9 months ago. I plan to do Kanto at some point. I don't know if it's possible, honestly. I've not done any research yet. Probably the hardest battle will be.
Future's now, old man.
Hi, and welcome to the real finale of my first ever series here on YouTube, the Present Glitch Room. As the name suggests, this will be a playthrough of Pokémon Silver's post-game, centered around the present glitch, kinda obscure glitch exclusive to Gold and Silver. As always, I'll split this big video in chapters that you can use to skip around as you wish. Or you can watch all of it and contribute to my watch time, please, thank you. Today's video is divided in the following segments. 1. Present glitch explanation. 2. Quick summary of my main story campaign, from New Bark Town to Lance. 3. The challenge itself. Quick reminder of the rules, plus all Kanto badges, plus red. I'll also take my time to talk more in depth about the Kanto postgame than other Gen 2 or Gen 4 videos you might already see. Almost no one talks about other things besides blue and red, which is understandable in a video about the entire GSC game, but because this video is specifically about the Kanto postgame, I think it's fair to go a little deeper about what really happens in this game's second region. Not everyone plays GSC, so probably I'll get to teach someone about them today. So, what in the world is the Present glitch? Present is a move introduced in Gen 2. It's Delibirds' main gimmick, although other Pokemon can obtain this move through breeding and time travel. A pretty bad move, by the way. It's a 90% accurate normal type move with 4 different possible effects. 40% of the time will be a 40 base power move, 30% of the time will be a 80 base power move, 20% of the time will heal 1/4 of the opponent's max HP, and 10% of the time will be a 120 base power move. Taking into account accuracy, every time you select Present, you will have a 28% chance of doing nothing or worse than nothing, 63% chance of doing a bit of damage, and 9% of damage of being happy. The thing is, while this move is just a bad filler move from Crystal onwards, in Pokemon Gold and Silver it's hilariously broken and arguably more useful. Remember when I talked about Presence effects? In Pokemon Silver they are well implemented. The problem is that Present uses a completely broken damage formula. Instead of using what any sane person would expect from a Pokemon move, attack and level of the attacking Pokemon, as well as defense of the defending Pokemon, Present damage output depends exclusively on both the attacking and defending Pokemon types. In this new damage formula, first, attack is 10. Second, defense is attacking Pokemon type's index number. Third, level is defending Pokemon type's index number. Fourth, if a Pokemon has 2 types, the second and third points will use the secondary type. Fifth, if the defending Pokemon is either Rock or Steel, either primary or secondary types, attack will be cut in half and become 5. In other words, Rock and Steel types have a double resistance to Present. What does this mean in practice? 3 things. 1. Normal types are the best users of Present, because normal turns defense into 1, and they get stab, same type attack bonus. Ironically enough, Delibird is outclassed by most users of Present because it deals only a third of the damage. 2. Special monotyped Pokemon or dual types with special secondary types are destroyed by Present, while physical monotyped Pokemon or dual types with physical secondary types take much less damage, especially Rock and Steel. And Ghost. 3. My Pokemon's attack and my opponent's Pokemon defense do not matter, neither do moves that raise or lower these stats. I hope you understood this. If not, don't worry, it will be easier to understand after seeing some battles. I will now briefly talk about what happened in my first 5 videos of the Present Glitch Run playlist. If you for some reason wanna see them, spoiler alert I guess, My adventure started with my starter, Santa the Delivered. I cleaned the first gym without major problems and took the Togepi egg. I slowly reached Azalea and got the second badge at level 20. I then sold everything and grinded to level 48 to Shi's rival 2. When I got to Golden World I Cogadito and breathed? No wait, it's red, right? Okay, it's red. I bred Ditto and Santa to have a male delivered to pass present to other Pokemon species eggs. Whitney. I bred Pokemon an entire evening to get Cookies the Miltank, LG the Marill, Novozy the Snubbull, and Pink Bowl the Igglybuff. I Hyper-Shiz Exotics Gym, got XP share, bred Togekiss to Togepi, and cleaned the floor with Shuck and Price. My last gyms were Jasmine, pretty tough, and Claire, not that tough. I fished a lot of Magikarps to farm PP items, defeated a kind of difficult Elite Four, and Lance was the most painful thing I've ever done in a Pokemon game. Enough blah blah blah. It's post-game time. Let's go. In my party, I have the 6 Hall of Fame Pokemon. Because I defeated Lance, I was teleported to my house. Feel free to pause to take a good look at them while I briefly remind these challenge rules. I can only use the move Present and only Pokemon with Present in beta. No items except of course held items and Pokeballs. I'm playing on set mode. No glitches or exploits except the Present glitch. Pretty common stuff you would see in other YouTube challenges. The Kanto postgame starts with Professor Helm calling me to give a ticket to SSN. You cannot enter Viridian City from the Victory Road because a guard will block the way until you enter the Victory Road from Viridian City. So the player enters Kanto using this ticket in Olivine City Sport. Inside SSN, I defeat Sailor Stanley, a crewmate who wasn't doing his tests, and help a grandpa by finding his granddaughter in the captain's room. That's all. Oh, and a glitch mirror match against Pokefan Colin, neat. And my mom is spending my money. Not neat. Here we are in Vermilion City, aka Kanto proper. I am free to fight the first 7 gym leaders in any order, but we have one side quest I can and will do before fighting the leaders because it will give me useful resource in this specific run. That said, the first thing I will do is to catch one more present Pokemon. Yes, I've already caught 6 in main campaign, but Marill and Delibird as non-normal typed are not ideal present users. There are 3 extra Pokemon that can learn present as an egg move obtainable only in Kanto routes. Chansey on route 13, 14 and 15, Pikachu on route 2, Clefairy inside Mount Moon. Pikachu sucks, but Chansey and Clefairy are great upgrades to my party. Chansey was surprisingly easy to obtain. As a 1% encounter rate Pokemon, I thought it would be more difficult to get it. Chansey are all female, important because this wild Chansey does not have present. I need to breed a female Pokemon A with a male Pokemon B present to get the Pokemon A with present. I could surf from Fisher to Pallet in order to access Mount Moon, but I think it's easier to complete the side quest I talked about. This side quest is all about Kanto Power Plant. Genuine enthusiasts might remember the power plant because it's where Zapdos is obtained. This time no wild Pokemon inside it, instead a bunch of scientists are worried because someone sabotaged this place. After talking to everyone inside, this green guy will ask the player to look for a shady figure in Cerulean. It turns out that a foreign Rocket Grunt in the gym is behind all this. He flees to Nugget Bridge, has a Golbat, tells you the missing component of the generator is inside the gym and flees visibly confused. He didn't know that Team Rocket was over something along those lines. It's a pretty random side quest, but it's okay I guess. The player must then take the stone wet piece and give it back to the power plant boss and tada, side quest finished. What did we get with this? Quite a lot actually. First, Zap Cannon TM, cool I guess. Second, this side quest unlocks the magnet train connecting Saffron and Goldenrod. This is actually pretty significant because going directly to Goldenrod is easier for breeding and, more importantly, it's always available. SSN for some reason is really inconvenient. Third, going to Lavender Town, we can go to a new building called Kanto Radio Tower, no more Pokemon Tower, and unlock the Pokefood channel in the player's Pokegear. This is huge. Playing this in the overworld will let me interact with Snorlax and catch it. I cannot use Snorlax in battle, but its item leftovers is amazing. And the shortcut to Peter's City, nice. And now we can get Clefairy, let's go! Wait, Rhydon? Yes, I named my rival Rhydon. I'm not ashamed of my jokes. And first real battle where I can fully demonstrate presence, so I'll guide you through this one. Sneasel is a dark ice type. Ice is a special type, so it's an easy one-shot with a 40 power present. Golbat is a poison flying type. Flying is a physical type, so Golbat can easily tank a 40 power present. By the way, animations are on, because 40, 80 and 120 presents have different animations, so it's good to properly evaluate my luck. Weaker present does the explosion animation once, mid present does the animation twice, and strong present does the animation thrice. Magneton is an electric steel type. Steel is a physical type, and cuts attack from 10 to 5 in the damage formula, and resists present, so it's painful. Gengar is a ghost poison type. Poison is a physical type, so never mind. Gengar is immune to present. No problem, we can switch around and wait for Curse to Minlook. Damn it. Okay, I'm back, and Gengar is down. Alakazam is a pure Psychic type. Psychic is a special type, so it's an easy one-shot with an 80 power present. Typhlosion is a pure Fire type. Fire type is a special type, so it's an easy one-shot with, wait for it, 120 power present, top tier gaming. And this rival battle is over. I can finally get my hands on a Clefairy. I got tired of waiting for a Clefairy, so I started collecting badges. The first ones were of the special type of gyms: Cerulean, Vermilion, Celadon, Saffron, and Seafoam. This is pretty common knowledge, but Cinnabar was destroyed by a volcano eruption. I took this opportunity to grind my Chansey against these gym's trainers, and the ones in Route 25 mandatory to unlock Misty's battle. Let me skip directly to the gym leaders' battles. Huggy the Chansey sweeps Sabrina entirety at level 24. That was easy. Chansey's luck runs out against LT Surge. I reset because I would like to give this XP to Chansey. Raichu was a 40 power one-shot. Electro was another 40 power one-shot. I switched to Cookies the Miltank because Magneton is a steel type. Another Electro, another 40 power one-shot. And Electabuzz was the same. LT Surge defeated with pretty mediocre luck, to be honest. Let me heal before Miss... Okay. Golduck was easy. I then forgot Quagsire is water ground and not groundwater, so I attack instead of switching out. Chansey faints. Miltank easily takes out Quagsire, Lapras and Starmie. Misty only has 4 Pokemon, so that's the end of the battle. I flew to Cinnabar, surfed to Seafoam and started my battle against Blaine's 3 Pokemon. Magcargo is a free win in almost every scenario. Not in this challenge though. Fire Rock so double resists present and Rock is a physical type, so not great. Huggy faints. You may have noticed that Miltank does more damage than Chansey. That's because Miltank holds a Pink Bow, a Gen 2 exclusive item that boosts the power of normal type moves. It's an ancient silk scarf. Anyways, Magmar and Rapidash are one-shots. I said Rapidash is a one-shot. Please? Oh, my Erika's gym, although a grass type one, has a lot of poison types, so battling here was a great way to see how hard Fisha's gym would be. Tangela is an easy one-shot and Jumpluff wasn't anything special despite being a grass flying type because Chansey managed to get a 80 power critical hit present. Miltank finishes off Victreebel and Bellossom. 5 badges, 3 more to go. Brock, Janine, and Blue. Blue is the new Viridian gym leader after Giovanni's retirement, and I need to defeat all the other ones and speak to him in Cinnabar to unlock his battle. Brock is a rock type specialist, so I'll do his battle after Janine, the new leader of Fuchsia, because her father Koga got promoted. Unfortunately, Kanto is not nepotism free. Crobat almost knocks out Chansey. Wigglytuff takes care of Golbat and one Weezing before fainting. Togepi doesn't knock out the second Weezing. My luck in this battle is atrocious. My starter Samta puts in some work, knocking out that Weezing and the powerful level 37 Ariados. Cookies takes care of Venomoth, winning the battle. Brock. In my last present video, I predicted that Brock would be the hardest battle of this video. Not done any research yet? Probably the hardest battle will be... actually, I think that Brock will be extremely hard. Red too, obviously, but it's kinda interesting how Brock is so difficult at the start of the Kanto games if you don't have the right Pokemon. But here we will have every present Pokemon available, I think, and he will be very hard to defeat. If that video ever comes out, we will know, I guess. Looking at this team, I can confidently say that Omastar and Kabutops will be 2 pieces of cake, and the rest will be a nightmare. There's no need to stall, let me show you my first attempt. Chansey missed present and Graveler one-shots it. Not a great start. Wigglytuff missed twice and then crits, taking out a third of Graveler's HP. Misses again as Graveler's rollout increases in power. Miltank comes in and gets a critical hit, leaving Graveler in the red. 1 down, 4 to go. Miltank vs Rhydon is a very slow battle, but eventually Miltank comes out on top. Miltank only has 4 presents remaining, so I switch to Novozy the Granble against Omastar. Onix punishes our bad luck with Sandstorm. Sandstorm is really bad for my team. In other generations, Sand takes 1 in 16 of HP, but in Gen 2 it's 1 in 8, so it's extra strong. I hand up Soft Lock because Miltank ran out of PP while trapped by Bind. Another annoying Onix move. Reset. This time Cookies goes first. Graveler down, Miltank down. This is not going well. Wigglytuff wastes 10 present taking out Rhyhorn. Chansey counters Omastar like a boss. Never mind, but hey, Togepi is doing great, almost defeating Onix by itself. By the way, I did not evolve Togepi in Togetic because Togetic is normal flying, so it's a worse user of present than Togepi. Granble takes down Onix but falls to Kabutops and Wigglytuff wins the... Never mind. Delibird will endure... Oh no, please. Yes, wow. Second try, what? This was way easier than I expected. I was speechless. Now the only thing left to do is defeat Blue, but he has a diverse team, so most of them are weak to present. In short, this will be a piece of cake, right? The battle starts and Pidgeot seems like a 3-hit KO of strong presence. At least Pidgeot cannot do much in return. Mirror move is fun. Alakazam is simple. Next is Rhydon. Oh no. Okay, it turns out that Blue is much more difficult than Brock. Remember when I talked about how slow and tedious it was to fight Brock's Rhyhorn? And how Onix was a problem because of Sandstorm? Guess what? This Rhydon is a mega problem. Even slower fight than Rhyhorn, higher level and evolved, so has more HP. And it's constantly using Sandstorm to ship down my party. And Blue has a Gyarados in the back that can switch in anytime to destroy what's left of my team. And Blue always uses a full restore on Gyarados, so I need a lot of presence to take down this fine type Pokemon. I tried this battle a lot. Sometimes I would be able to knock out the Rhydon, sometimes I would be able to knock out Gyarados, but never both. My team is not good enough. I decided to finally add that Clefairy so I can grind Clef and Chansey against Will, the Psychic type Elite Trainer. I gave all my money to my mom and went on to exterminate Zatus. And my screen glitches again, I don't know why. I thought of hacking in Rare Candies, but because I did this challenge without hacked candies 9 months ago, I think it's fair to do this grind manually in order to get a legit in-game final time. After evolving Shanxi and Cleffa into Blissey and Clefable, I went to Reading and... Okay, before that, how did I get another Moonstone to evolve Clefairy into Clefable? Mom bought me one Moonstone back when I was inside SSN. Anyways, I leave Clefable so Wigglytuff can finish Pidgeot with minimal damage. Oh, Wigglytuff now holds Snorlax leftovers. Blissey counters Alakazam, almost knocking it out with just a weak present. Right on time. Grumble deals a bit of damage and Blue switches to Gyarados. Gyarados cancels Sandstorm with Rain Dance, good because no sand damage, bad because Hydro Pump it's like a truck. Grumble could have finished Gyarados but it doesn't, so Blue can Hydro Pump and full restore. Wigglytuff not only forced out another full restore, but managed to take Gyarados by itself. Unfortunately, Wigglytuff runs out of presents and Rhydon demolishes my entire team. On my next attempt, it's exactly the same outcome. After that, Gyarados destroys my team. There's just one reasonable solution to this: to grind to level 100. After leveling up Miltank 4 times, I got bored and proceeded to smash my head against this fight, and I eventually made it. Let me show you my winning attempt. Granbull takes out Pidgeot and Alakazam before fainting to Rhydon. Togepi does little damage to Clefable too. Miltank, now with leftovers instead of the Pink Ball, managed to take Rhydon to the red health. I then sacked Blissey to get in safely Wigglytuff. I did this because Miltank's 40 base power presence wouldn't take down Rhydon, so Wigglytuff would because of the Pink Ball. At least that was my idea, but Blissey actually managed to put Rhydon in Miltank's range. Gyarados runs out of Hydro Pump, so Pink Ball defeats Gyarados. Exeggutor and Arcanine are both special type mons, so the Earth badge is finally mine. Who would have guessed that Blue was arguably harder than Lance? Not me. In Pallet Town, Hulk unlocks Mount Silver. No time to rest because it's secret final boss time. In this first attempt, I don't have a real strategy. I just want to see how hard this really is. Gramble's weak present puts Pikachu with low HP and triggers a full restore. Good to know. Pikachu down, Espion down, Snorlax is a big problem. As a normal type, Snorlax takes a lot of presence to defeat. The main problem though is its moveset. Amnesia is useless, but Rest makes this Pokemon unkillable. Also, it's a freaking Gen 2 Snorlax, so it eats like a truck with Body Slam and even Snore. Needless to say, Red cleans the floor with my entire party. Fortunately, I have a plan. You see, Snorlax moveset is its weakness. If I stall Body Slam's 15 PP without damaging Snorlax, we are good to go. Amnesia is irrelevant, Rest will not work on full HP and Snore will not work without Rest. Eventually Snorlax will faint itself with struggle. It's perfect. If we ignore the fact that my party needs to survive 15 Body Slams and dozens of struggles. Miltank with leftovers is really good to do this, but I will need to grind many other Pokemon so they can waste more than one Body Slam. Also, Snorlax is Red's third mon, we cannot defeat Red starters with just a paralyzed Miltank. Then I remember, I can get another leftovers in Celadon. Instead of losing my mind grinding with present, I decide to take a shot with double leftovers. Miltank and Granbull will hold leftovers and be in charge of stalling Snorlax. Wigglytuff holds the pink bow and is my ace to the second half of the battle. Togepi, Clefable and Blissey are sackable cheerleaders. Let me show you some attempts. Snorlax takes itself out, Venusaur comes in and charges Solar Beam, and a 120 crit present one-shots Venusaur. That was so satisfying. My luck ends against Charizard. Miltank fails to do meaningful damage and Wigglytuff is unable to survive all those flamethrowers. I noticed that Pink Ball was close to evolve, so I grind a bit just to make Flamethrower a possible 4-hit KO instead of 3. This time Granbull fainted to a crit Body Slam, so stalling Snorlax was much more difficult. I end up losing to Struggle after some unlucky Miltank present. I successfully stall Snorlax out of Body Slam. So Granbull and Miltank can restore all HP while Snorlax doesn't struggle. Because of this, Snorlax is almost done and I still have 4 Pokemon. I'll try to take it to 0 HP. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Okay, let's not panic, I can solve this. Are you serious? Okay, Snorlax down. And Blissey is still alive so I can use it against Venusaur. Oh, Sunny Day is annoying. Not only powers up Charizard, it also makes Solar Beam a single turn move. Blissey puts in some work, Gramble does not, Milton knocks out Venusaur and takes half of Charizard's HP. Really tough burn, that's unfortunate. It's Blastoise time and we are so close to victory. Please, I need just one good present. No! Eventually, I made it. I beat the final boss Red and unlocked Pokémon Silver's credits once again. So, what did I learn with this 1 year long challenge? I don't know, present low-key OP, my competitive Gen 2 knowledge is extremely limited, but I can see present being useful in the lower tiers. It really puts in some work against about 40% of Pokemon, and sucks otherwise. I would not recommend anyone to use this move in a normal playthrough because X are boring and Delibird sucks. But if for some reason you end up with a present Pokemon, it's not the worst thing in the world. This challenge also made me realize how much I evolved as a video producer. But I'm sure I'm still pretty much a noob that can get so much better. So I would like to take this moment to thank everyone watching this for giving my small channel a chance to entertain you, especially the ones who subscribe. I'm so happy with how my last video turned out. I'm definitely planning to do some kind of sequel to it. Either trying 0 base stat total in Gen 2, or 0 base stat total and 0 stat experience in Gen 1, I'm not really sure yet. As always, feel free to like, share, subscribe and all those sweet things. And I think that's all for now folks. Thanks for watching.